Okay, just a second. Welcome to everyone for this first event of Vijgev Aan Zee tournament close to Milan. Hi to everyone. I don't know if you hear me because it's the first live since August, so I don't know exactly how to behave. So if you are online available, just please tell me something. Yeah. So, everyone, ciao per tutti quelli italiani che sono in ascolto. La live sarà in inglese perché appunto commenterò in inglese, mi hanno chiesto di commentare in lingua inglese, quindi sarò così. Ok, so let's go. The round will start in few minutes, I believe. So yeah, if we are online. Okay, we're streaming. We are streaming. Oh, okay, good. Okay, just a second that I check if everything is okay also on my mobile. Okay. Because chat does not work, so it's not a good thing. Okay. Okay. Just tell me if everything is okay. If you are online. If you see correctly, because I need this. Okay. I think the round will start in a few moments. So, okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the tournament of Vijgev Aan Zee. I am candidate master William Pecci, and I am here to comment 3 games for your favorite streamers. That I am your favorite streamer, I know, but the second favorite streamer. No, I'm joking. We recommended 3 games. Adriana Palau games, woman candidate master. Now when game will start, I'll let you see who is the opponent, because I still don't see who is the opponent. So we just wait, because I have just updated the rounds, but I think in few minutes they will appear. So just take 1 second. Yeah. For the moment, yeah, I will comment 3 games. So I said Adriana Palau's games. And Luca Pontioli's games. He is against Marco Nikolovsky, okay. And the third game is the Gabriela Rossi. And yeah, just this. So if you are following one of those channels, I'm just streaming all of those. So if you have some questions, just ask in the chat, because I will read everything. So if you want to, let me know something, I am here, I'm available. So yeah, just let's say this. Let's say something. And yeah, just. Just a second, I have to update something because I have read the wrong title. Okay, Starman Chess. Okay, so update all titles. Okay, I think we're on it. Okay. Yeah, we start in a few moments, so I hope, because the organizers are just speaking. You're introducing a tournament, so at the moment, the actual format is very interesting because it is not an everybody against everybody. Every group, because there are like something like 60 players, and we have to. It just okay. It's 60 players, and if I remember well, the 60% of those players will be regrouped in groups of 6. So we have five rounds, and they play everybody, just everybody against everybody, based on the elo. So if you are, I don't know, 2000, you will play against someone who is in this range of elo, and also for, you don't know, 1006, you will fight against someone of those. Yeah, good. Okay, we're starting. So, okay, Gabriele started with knight f3, and Luca is black. So nice. Just okay. Luca is black, and Adriana is white, I believe. Yes, she played e4. e4, c5. Okay, it's just a bit a mess for now. Perché non gioco Vijgev Aan Zee, c'è tutta sta gente. Okay, I'm sorry if the live is a bit lagging, but I can't do it better than this, because it's just my computer that is a bit not very good for doing live streams, so I'm quite sorry. But yeah, Valzale says, una volta che non gioco Vijgev Aan Zee c'è tutta sta gente. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay, so just okay. Yeah, and there is some problem about the live, but I hope you will see everything. Okay. Okay, at the moment I am writing something, so just please wait a second, because I'm writing the text of the opponents. Select the character. I believe this is good. know it's a bit messy, but just please wait. I think you will understand what I am doing. The Palau is white there. No. What? What happened? Okay. Yeah, there is some problem. So Adina Palau against Claudio Falchi. Okay, photo I chat live does not work. I don't know why, but it does not work, chat. So I will be a bit slow to read chat because I must have to go to the lives. Oh no, okay, it works. Okay, good one, good thing. Then we have Adina Palau plays against. So Adina Palau plays against Claudio Falchi. Diana, if you don't know, she's a streamer, a Peruvian streamer, and she is 1,937 against Claudio Falchi, who is 1,888. Yes, so 3-8, quite cool as Elo, and yeah, okay. Cannot go down? Oh, good. Okay, just okay, chat does not work or works? Yes, works. Okay, in a few minutes I just adjust all the pairings and I will get on you for talking about games, but yeah, just wait a couple of minutes because I have to do something like Claudio Falchi on 88. In this way, come on. Select color. Okay. Just sorry for if you're following the live, but I just. They said at the last moment the pairing, so I can't do a lot for this at the moment. Okay, Luca Pontiroli is here. So for the next round, I think I will make her better. Better pairings, better graphics, but at the moment I can't do a lot better. So, sorry. But, yeah, okay. And then we get, I'll see. Okay, select the color and okay. Okay, I believe that is better. Okay, I think we're on it. Okay, let's go. So, okay, let's go with start with the woman candidate master Adriana Palau. She is a famous streamer from Peru, and no, I got the wrong one. No, come on, please. Okay. So Adriana, she is white. She's playing against Claudio Falchi. He is 1,888, so 3 8s, and so it's very cool elo. And Adriana started with pawn to e4, pawn c5, that is Sicilian defense, knight f3, d6, c3. Okay, that's a strange setup and very different from the main line that is pawn to d4, that is the open Sicilian, but it's still a good one. It's like something delayed at Alapin, the Alapin to let you know it is pawn to c3 in this. Sorry, but my mouse is not very good, and also my computer is not very stable for now, so I could get wrong some moves, but yeah, I hope to. Okay, stream of elements. Okay. So we have knight f3, pawn d6, pawn c3. Knight f6 attacks the pawn in e4 because he develops and attacks the pawn, and Adriana plays pawn to h3. It's very interesting as a move because it seems that black can grab this pawn, but if he takes this pawn, this position will be a losing one because there is queen a4 to a4 check and attacks the knight. So he has to cover the check with something like knight c6 and then queen to e4, and yeah, it's that's basically a winning position. Piece up after 6 moves, and yeah, I think that is also useless to say something. And Adriana opponent played pawn to g6. Bishop d3 defends the pawn, and the idea is to go to c2 because this bishop is almost useless. So this bishop will stay in e2, or we go to d3 to defend e4. We'll probably go to c2, or also can go to b5, give a check, and be traded with that bishop or that knight. These I think are the most important plans in my semi-closed Sicilian. And bishop g7, bishop c2. In fact, she played this. Bishop goes to c2, she will castle probably, and yeah, we'll finish in development. So pawn to e5, short castle, and pawn to d4. She backs to the center because she played all to do this, the push and the spin, the push. Yeah, sorry if sometimes I speak in Italian, but yeah, I'm not very very able in talking English. Sorry, but I believe I'm doing a university in English, so I hope to improve my English, but yeah, I'm not very used to talk in English, so yeah. So okay, e takes d4, c takes d4, and knight c6. Okay, this is a position that I believe is kind of like a Benoni. If you don't know, Benoni defense is I don't remember very well the move order, but the normal setup is this one. So c5, pawn to d5, e6, knight c3, e takes d5, c takes d5, pawn to d6, pawn to e4, g6, and here we can play knight f3 or h3, let's say knight f3, bishop g7, and bishop d3, short castle, short castle. If you see, we are in this position, almost in this position, in this position. So I believe that Adriana's opponent wanted to transpose into Benoni. I believe that Adriana's opponent had plays Benoni because I believe this. And Adriana doesn't want to transpose into Benoni because the main line is pawn to d5, and this knight will go away. Probably knight goes to b4 and attack this bishop to try to take this bishop. I know that is a bad bishop, but you know, it's okay. It's interesting to try to take this bishop, to take the bishop pair, but knowing that this bishop has not a lot of squares, but at the moment is a kind of good situation. I mean, it's almost equal at the moment, maybe a bit better for white, but you know, it's white who has the advantage at the first move, so it could probably hit. But she plays pawn to knight to c3, maybe to say take this. If you take, I take, and this pawn will be not a great pawn because it's an isolated pawn. But the main thing in this line that is there is pawn to d5. I don't know if black considered this, but the idea is to change this weak pawn against to this quite strong pawn, because that's a central pawn, and also to try to free this bishop that is a very, very good bishop. It's a very powerful bishop, and also this one to try to go, I don't know, to a6 to do something, or just wait or put it into b7. But at the moment the situation is this. Adriana played knight to c3, and this is the position. So let's go to the second one, that is Luca Pontioli. He probably you know him. He is Shivaita, and at the moment I think he is the one who has the most numbers of people in connected live. So good. Good. So he is doing the bit, just over performing us. 60 in live, and Adriana has 31. So, and we are in 3. So if you want to join my chat, I'm just happy about that. But if not, just follow in the main in the other chat. So okay. So Luca is black, and his opponent played pawn to d4, pawn to d5, c4, knight f6. Okay, that's knight f6. It is immediately a dubious move, because here we have 3 main moves. The first one is this is a Queen's Gambit, as the famous series on Netflix, and the idea is take this, and I will retake this pawn when I want, because I just play knight f3, now knight c3, knight to f6, pawn to e3, and now I will grab this pawn with my bishop. The idea, in fact, is that it's not a real gambit, because white will always take back the pawn, and if black tries to keep this pawn in some way, it is not very, very good, because, for example, like after b5, there is a4, and we cannot play a6 because we lose the pawn, the rook in a8 if we trade this, so it's not a very good scenario for us. And we must play c6 to try to keep the pawn, but after a takes b5, we cannot take because there is queen f3, and we lose the rook in a8. We cannot basically keep this. We just have to lose a piece with knight c6, and it's not just the ideal opening we want to reach. So in fact, because Queen's Gambit accepted is quite played in the last years from top players, because it's a very solid opening, but we have to know it. And in fact, I usually recommend pawn to e6 or pawn to c6 to just defend the pawn, and if you want to take, just take, and we are okay. Just we have 1 pawn, center pawn each, and we just play this opening. So this is one of the most famous. This is the queen's gambit refused, and this is the Slav opening, the Slav defense. Both are very solid and played in the high level, but Luca chose to play knight f6. That is quite dubious because his opponent played correctly. For info, Luca is the first guy in the right who is playing with black, and this is not a good one because he basically takes, and if we take the pawn with the knight, he plays pawn to e4 as he played in the game, and now knight must go back, and after knight f6, knight c3, black has nothing and white has a good strong center, and he's threatening also in few moves to play also e5 or d5 and try to push away our pawns. Luca played pawn to e6 to try to defend, to put the pawn in the semi-center, because we have to try to avoid or e5 or d5. But Luca's opponent played knight f3, just developing the pieces, and black is not very good, very comfortable, because there is bishop e7 castle, but he's very, very limited, and white has a very, very simple development, something like bishop d3, bishop e3, short castle, and we had this. But Luca chose to try to attack the center, playing pawn to c5. But I don't think it's very good move, because white, I think he's thinking, because it's quite dubious move, c5 I believe, because there is d5, and d5 basically this knight cannot go to c6, will never go to c6, because this pawn probably will be an exchange, so he takes d5, he takes d5, and after this, this pawn is defended by the knight and also by the queen, and is attacked by the knight and the queen. And black cannot put any more pressure to this. He can't even attack this knight in c3, because there is the pawn c5 that blocks this bishop, and he cannot push because it's just a pawn out. So I don't think it's very, very good position for black. It's very uncomfortable, and he is not very fast on developing pieces, and this pawn will be very, very dangerous in future. So I don't think it's very, very good plan he's playing by Luca, but I'm pretty sure that he knows what he's doing. Maybe I ask him after the game, but I think he knows something, so maybe let him play, and we'll see at the end of the game. Okay, let's go to the last one. He is Gabriele Rossi. He is just a new streamer. He started in few months. I don't remember bad. And it's this. He's white. He played knight f3. Okay, e6, right the opening, and pawn to g3. Okay. He's playing against Roberto Palazzotto. Gabriele is 2041, for who doesn't know, who does not know him, and Roberto Palazzotto is 1977. So it's a quite high level of the game. There are two of them. Gabriele is the strongest player in the tournament for who I'm streaming. I don't know actually if there is someone stronger. Let me see on the website, because there are some. Okay, they still don't have published the rounds yet, but I believe they will do in a few moments, because I think they have to insert all the players, so it will be a bit long to do that. But I think just wait and let's see. Okay. Okay, so f5. Okay, there's very aggressive move by by Gabriele's opponent, because he wants to take Spain's in the king side, to try to push and to attack this. It is very very good. I believe it's just something like a Dutch defense. In fact, Gabriele played d4, and we basically transposed it into a Dutch defense. Dutch defense is this, d4, pawn to f5. It quite resembles to Sicilian, but we played with d4, so it's not a Sicilian, but it could be something, but the plans are completely different, and black tries to be very aggressive instead of white, but I think it's okay. F5, d4, knight f6, okay, bishop g2, they basically continue development, and d5, okay. Black built what is called a stone wall, because that's very difficult to break this pawn structure, because it's very difficult to avoid that this knight will go there, and we cannot do the e4 push, and if we play c4 as played in the game after castle, bishop d6, pawn to c4, we basically play pawn to c6, and it's very solid structure for black, and it's very difficult to break it. In fact, some years ago I was very worried about playing against these kind of openings, because I didn't know what to do, and black just has a quite simple plan, like knight e4, try to play g5, obviously not now, but maybe after h6, g5, g4, and try to push there, and you will get mated if you don't know what to do. So it's very good plan for black if he knows what to do and white does not know. But the problem in this game, in this position, is that this c8 bishop, because this bishop is just a pawn, because he cannot go anywhere else instead of this. If he plays b6, bishop b7, okay, but it's very uncomfortable. And also going there, the typical plan is this, to try to recycle this bishop, but it's very difficult, because you will lose just 1, 2, 3, and 4 tempos, and if white knows what to do, just he will take an advantage. In fact, this is the kind of structure that white maybe is quite happy if he knows what to do. In fact, Gabriel, I think he knows what to do, because b3, queen d7, just to wait for a short castle, just finishing development, to try to put this, I believe, this knight there, or something like this, or knight c3, short castle, okay, he castles, and queen c2. Okay, the idea is, I think, very simple, try to get the control of this square, and to wait to put the bishop there, because we still don't know if this bishop is very good here, is better placing here, or just in f4 and try to be traded. Usually it's not a very good move going to f4 if I don't remember badly, but yeah, sometimes could be a good idea. But let's see how the game will continue. Okay, we're in this situation, queen c2. I don't know if happened something more in the other games, but just a second, because I probably messed up something. No, okay, we are just playing. Oh, okay. Just to, okay, in a few moments I will go back to Adriana's live, so if you want to say something, you are very welcome, because, I just want to interact with someone, just not playing with my computer and my white wall, so if you want to say something, I'm happy, I'm quite happy, but yeah, sorry, there is a comment that said Adriana. It's a very who is the reference to what? Rocky, yeah, Rocky. I was thinking about Adriano Celentano, but it's not Adriano Celentano, but he's not. I don't know why Adriano Celentano, because he wrote Azzurro. Yeah, I'm sorry. There is my girlfriend there. She wants to say, hey, she wants to see me doing live stream. So she's very curious. She wants to see how bad my English is, because I'm not very used to speak English at the moment, because I just speak Italian. So I think if I speak English in few days, I think I can take a good fluency, but I did an exam 2 days ago. It went well, but it's just the first time that I spoke English and in 2 months, so maybe I'm a bit hard to getting used to the English. I hope to be back right soon. Okay, the format of the tournament, as I said, is the time control is 60 plus 30, not 90 plus 30. There is no increment at the 40th move, so it's just basically a tournament, basically a weekend tournament. I think it's very good because this kind of format, because first of all, 60 plus 30 is just, you can play 2 games in afternoon. And it's very, very difficult. I played it 3-4 times. It's very, very difficult, but it's something that if you are, you're working on Fridays, you cannot take 1 day off to work to play a tournament, and it's very understandable. It's a good format for who wants to play a tournament with a good time control, so to have also a classical variation of the ELO, and also to don't miss also working days, because I believe that's very, very difficult. In fact, also me, that I am a university student, sometimes I don't want to miss the Friday because we do laboratories, so it's just something practical that you don't want to miss. And this is the format, and also the format for players is very cool, because I've never seen this. I know that this tournament is played almost every year in this format, so they will do some regroupments of 6 players, so where everybody can play against almost similar elo, so you get opponents with the same strength. And it's very cool because sometimes in the first round you just put, if we are 60 players, we just put a player who is 2000, I am 2061 at the moment. If I play against 1700, then if I win, I just go against another 1700. Hi Filippo, I think you have Filippo De Bona, I think, I believe. If you are, say something. But as I said, it's very cool because you just play against someone who has this your elo, and it's a good thing, because you play 6 rounds at very, very, we have almost 50% of the chance to win all of the rounds, so it's very, I think it's a good training for playing against people. Which Filippo are you talking? No, okay, talking about? No, it's Filippo. It's Filippo is okay. No, sorry, I thought it was another Filippo. Okay, just because I played against a Filippo two months ago, and in a tournament, and I thought you were him, but yeah, sorry, just got confused. This is, so as I said, it's a very good format, and okay, no, sorry, Filippo, I wasn't. Okay. Okay. So the format is quite cool, and I will repeat, I think, all of the rounds, because it's very, very good. And yeah. Okay. Let's go back to Adriana. We went to kind of delay the alla pin. It's a good setup. I've never played it in a tournament, but I know it's a good setup. It's very interesting, and we can transpose in this game into Simula Benoni. Diana could have played d5, but maybe she didn't want to enter in a kind of Benoni type structure, and I think it's understandable, because I'm not very happy to play against someone who knows very well the Benoni defense, even if Benoni is generally quite good for white. If black knows it, it's very, very difficult to play against. So I think it's preferable to play something else, and I believe knight c3 is the right choice to try to, develop a piece, basically. And yeah, we are. Right, c takes c4 is the choice by the Adriana's opponent, and knight b5. Okay, it's quite interesting. Knight b5. The idea is to take back the this pawn with this knight, the knight in b5, because she said knight c3 is not very useful, so I probably prefer to do something else. But I don't like it very much, because knight b5 is okay, good idea, but I think not in this case, because I just played d5 and I break to the center, and you have to take this, because if you take the d4 pawn, I just grab a pawn and I am pawn up, so I don't think it's the best move. And if I play d5, you have to do e takes d5, and if I play c takes d5, I have this strong d5 knight in the center, and if you play knight b takes d4, I think I will develop my pieces after knight takes, knight knight b4. My knight there is very good. This game becomes an open game, because we have no more central pawns, and the game will open. And there is a bit of a problem for white in this case, because this bishop is very, very strong, because this c7 bishop is, I think, the strongest piece in the world. I think it's preferable to this rook. So if I play, I don't know, I give up this rook for this knight, this bishop, I think it's not preferable for white, clearly, but it's in some scenarios it can happen. Not in this, but there are some teams where it can happen. But in this case, knight b4, the idea also to take the bishop pair, and in this open game, the bishop pair could be very, very strong and very annoying. So I believe it's not a great choice by white to do this. Maybe she didn't consider d5, or she maybe underestimated it. And it's very understandable, because I'm here watching also the engine, the stockfish, so it's just easy to say something. But I believe it's a difficult choice to make for white to do this, because maybe she saw that after knight takes d4 there is no advantage at all, so she said, okay, knight b5, let's try to take some advantage. Knight b4 for black, he played this. It's strange, engine says it's a mistake to say, okay, it's not a mistake, because you don't want to take this bishop at the moment, because this bishop is blocked by d4 pawn, and I think, okay, but there is I think an idea to play rook e8, try to take this pawn with knight and rook. So I don't think it's very mistake. Probably I'm sure that d5 is better move, because just I open up this bishop, and it's just an amazing position. And after knight b4 is just after the bishop, something like bishop f4, white just develops pieces, and this knight is very strong, and yeah, I believe that this bishop will not work very well as before. So I think is okay, we're fighting. It's just a good game at the moment. The time is 46 minutes for Adriana and 49 for Claudio, her opponent. So it's just best quite okay. Bishop b3, okay, strange one. Okay, bishop b3, I think it's just a dubious move, because she leaves this pawn. I don't believe I don't think he can take easily this pawn, because there is queen e1, and queen e1 is very annoying, because it attacks these two knights, and it's very she may be looking for complications in this game. She has 50 points up to her opponent, so probably she wants to look for some complications to try to do something. But yeah, it's very confusing, this situation, because if he does not take, it just she just saved the bishop, and I think it's okay. Maybe okay. Computer suggesting me queen b6 to say, okay, you take this and I take this later. Okay, but let's see what happens if I take this, because queen e1 is very interesting. Maybe that's her idea, to say, okay, you defend this knight, and I attack this. Okay, but if I take this, will this? I don't know what happens because okay, it's very strange, as very confusing, because maybe she's doing maybe black is just simply happy because this bishop opened, and the main thing there is that white has not real threats at the moment, because they just have to do is just finish the development, play bishop d7, attack this knight, and my bishop will be very free to do something. So if you take this, I just take this, we trade a couple of pieces. You have bishop pair, but this c1 bishop is useless at the moment because it cannot move because there is b2 pawn. And in this situation, black has also a pawn up, is a pawn up. So I really don't know how to continue this, but there is clearly some compensation because this b4 knight is not very happy, and this d6 pawn is a bit weak. But I don't know, because it's just a pawn up. So you take a pawn up, and we'll see. So okay, bishop b3. Played by Adriana. We'll see what happens. So yeah, okay, let's switch to Luca. Played played c5, and the idea is to attack, and his opponent played h3. That it's clearly a mistake. It's clearly a mistake because it really does not use useful things, because this bishop will never go to g4. Maybe his fear was to d5 takes and this one, but I don't believe is very good, because I will play basically or bishop b5 or also queen b3, try to attack b7, and black is struggling a lot, because it's just the b7 opponent is very hanging and very weak. I don't believe it's a good choice to play h3. Just better finishing development. Also something like bishop f4, bishop e3 is basically better than this one. So h3 is not a very good move, very useless. And Luca played a6, and I think it's a good idea, a good plan, I believe, in a6, because just avoids white to play bishop b5 check or something like that. So I believe it's not a bad move. a6 in this kind of position, black will play almost in all of games. So I believe it's quite good. Just one recommendation for Luca, because I commented his games in his tournament in Maya in August, and it's he's not the best player in managing time, because it was a 90 plus 30, but he was very slow on doing moves, and it's not if he has some problems in working in the thinking time control in a 60 plus 30 could be a bit a problem. I don't know if actually will be a problem if he worked on it, but I'm a bit scared about it, because he was very slow, and I hope he kind of adjusted it, because it's a bit a pity, because he threw up a couple of positions because he had very little time, very short time, and his opponent was like 30 minutes up, and with complications, if you have more time, it's just, good. Do you root for a particular player? Filippo asks. I don't really root for a particular player. Adriana, I knew her since training in Maya, but I just because Luca said she was a streamer, he just told me about streamers, so she was one of those. Gabriele Rossi, I know him, but I've never talked to him in practice. I think I never seen him in tournament. Also Luca, I just streamed his games, so I know Luca since June, but I don't root for some player in particular at the moment, because we have some groups and just I hope there will be some good games. I hope in this. And they will know more, not a lot of brands, but just to try to I don't know what I want to say, so okay, I think it's better if you go back to a game. So but basically I don't root for any player, but if you want to support someone, just write in the chat if you want to, if you prefer one of those three, or just to to say something, because I'm a bit alone in this room, except for my girlfriend. She's here, and so okay, let's go back to and then if there are some issues on the video, just please ask me, because I think it's a bit slow at the moment. I don't know if it is a problem from my mobile, it's my connection. But let's go back to Gabriele's game. Gabriele's game, we left it with the Stonewall. It is started with knight f3 as 080, but we transposed into a Stonewall. It's very common, stuff to do with black. Not very played in the top level, because it's just if white knows what to do, black is a bit in trouble. But sometimes it can happen, but not very use. It does not happen very often. Knight b7. Okay, basically developing the pieces. This bishop, he knows that is almost bad, because it's not very good. But bishop f4. Okay, he played bishop f4. He waited to do something like bishop b2 or bishop f4. He decided to trade and to get this this pawn structure that supports the having knight in 2-5. And it's very good. That's one of those on the main plans in this game. Now the plan in this is to play something like bishop b2 and try to play on the c file, playing at a certain moment c takes when he cannot take with this. It's very useful. Sometimes happens. I probably think I had played this c takes and knight b5, because this bishop is attacked, and now I am trying something in the c file. Maybe I don't think he can do this. Okay, it takes c5. Okay, because my queen is trapped. Okay, I cannot do this because knight e4 and my queen is not going anywhere. Okay, so that's not a good thing to do, because my queen is almost trapped and his knight will hang. Okay, but one of the main plans, I think, is this. So knight b7, bishop f4. Okay, maybe he did good plan. So I believe is good. Okay, bishop takes this, knight e4, and pawn to a3. Okay, this, I think, it's a good position for white. It's a fine position. He has the center. He has a better bishop than the black one, but black is very solid, and he has some threats on. Wait a second, I just moved something to my desk because I have just too much things there. I had an exam, as I said, 2 days ago, and I still have to adjust everything. Oh my. And also because my girlfriend wants to adjust the chessboard in the position, just doing a live position. My girlfriend, she's very, very annoying, let's say. No, she's very wonderful. She's wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, I said this is a good position. Okay, rook f6 by black. He played, it's okay. Have have fun. Okay, knight f3, rook f6. Okay, in fact, I think the counterplay of black is to play on this open file. That's not a real open file, but if you put the rook on g6, it will be an open file, because it's not an open file because we have the pawn on g7. That is not an open file for black. It will be for white, but you know, it's an open file on the king side will weaken our king. So I don't know if that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But I don't know if it is a good plan for white for this, because rook f3, rook f6, rook g6 could be a very bad threat, but also black has no real chances to do a serious attack because there are not squares for the queen and also for other pieces, because this pawn blocks this, and this knight blocks also h4 and also g5. So white is you know, just in control, I think, just slightly better in this position, but it can happen almost everything, I think. So let's see if white will be scared about this attack, but I don't believe in this because probably he knows what to do. And but also for time he has 41 minutes, so he's thinking, because you know, he spent 20 minutes in 12 moves, so I don't know if he knows clearly what to do, or maybe he had some plans in his mind and just trying to say what to think what he's doing. I don't know any of those players, so I don't have any preference, to be honest. Okay, it's understandable. And neither do I think I want to just to have okay, thank you for following Blitzard. I don't know who you are following. I hope me, but I don't know. Yeah, okay. I am the European Championship starting today as well. Will, could you also cover those? Oh no, okay. Was Blizzard, so was in the okay Lucas live. European Championship starting today. Yes, or maybe it started yesterday. If I don't remember bad, it just let me find it. But I believe it was yesterday. Not very sure. An helicopter, cool. Oh no, in fact, it started yesterday. This is very important tournament because the top 20 gets the qualification of to the World Cup, so it's very very good tournament. But I don't cover this because basically I just they asked me to comment these games, so I just doing what they asking to me. So you know, it's it's basically this. Okay, just an information, okay. Okay, let's go back to Shiva's live. Okay. So, okay, let's go back, I think, in Adriana's game. Just drink some water and I'll be back right to you. Okay, so Adriana, okay, Adriana, as I said, played bishop b3, and it's very interesting move, bishop b3, because you know, just to try to search for complications after knight e4, and Adriana's opponent doesn't want to maybe fall in some tricks, so he played queen b6. Maybe he saw some complications. Maybe he saw that this pawn will not be hanging. You know, you just trade this and you open up this bishop. But he was not very happy about that, or maybe, you know, just basically said, okay, better doing something else. And I believe in this queen b6. I approve with his plan, because I think queen b6 just defend his pawn and also attacks this knight. So you can take this after you take this and I take e4. So I think it's a good plan for black. Also Diana is, I think she knows what she's doing, but you know, just to let's see. I prefer white in this position because I have just maybe stronger pieces, and this bishop has not very lot of squares where to go. But if black can solve the problem of this bishop against this, so just playing something like bishop d7 and try to change this, or playing bishop c6 in a couple of moves, I believe black could stand better because of that bishop. But remember that the problem is that there is also that d6 pawn that is a bit weak. But if you remember well, if you can count the pawns, and I believe you know how to count pawns, so I don't know why I said if you know how to count pawns, because it's basic. I think everybody did the elementary schools, and I'm not sure I did elementary schools, so yeah, just I'm not so for this. But she's laughing. Why? Did I elementary school? Yes.
Yes, so.
Okay, good. For who's following this live from YouTube, just make sure that this live is I'm speaking, but my girlfriend will be talk. Come si dice doppiare in film? Okay, her voice my voice will be substituted by Leah's voice. She's my girlfriend, so follow her, Leah DeSantis. Leah DeSantis on Instagram, just to just follow her. So she's happy about.
I didn't pay him.
No, but she's my girlfriend, so I have to sponsor her this. So if you are on Instagram, just ask. Just follow also my page, Pece William, Cheers Chassis, Podi di Ultimi, everything you follow. Just click follow, make sure that you like all the posts I put. Yes. I'm having fun, sorry. I think you also want to have fun, so yeah. I comment games and also say something very stupid, because I am stupid, as Charles Leclerc said. So okay, so I believe this is a good plan. Maybe the tire management. Yeah, I was thinking about Formula One. The tire management is not very good. I have super softs, but I pushed too much. No, joking. Tire management, I don't think. What? My military said. What? Militaries now. There is an helicopter who's flying over my house, and I don't know what's going on, but come on, huh? Canada. Okay, there was some fire on the board in Vijgev Aan Zee tournament. No, time management is not very good. I think at move 12 they spend 20 minutes, and in general is quite normal, because at move 12 you just don't know theory. You just play some moves after castle before. There we're not in theory, and they're thinking. But in 60 plus 30 could be a bit risky to think 25 minutes in the first 12 moves, just because we will not have more time. But this kind of tournament, 60 plus 30, is very interesting tournament, because it's just a different format. So also for players, it will be a challenge to do this. In fact, if I remember my first tournament in 60 plus 30, I won this, but it doesn't matter, just because it was like something like 100 points on the second. So it's just normal stuff, I think. And I played, and my opponent played. I played also the game, because we are into. Okay, knight takes d6 is okay. Okay, interesting this move. But I just let me finish the thing. I played, and it was just I was thinking, and I started thinking like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to one move. I watched the clock, thinking I was okay, just an hour. I will have an hour. I saw the clock; it was 30 minutes left, and also my opponent. But I said, "What?" I thought just 10 minutes into moves. This because it was if you don't have 90 minutes, but 60 minutes, it will be very difficult to do something, but I believe it's a challenge. In fact, I get used to it, I think, very fast, I believe. So, it's just... Okay. Oh, since we are talking about Formula 1, do you have favorite driver? Okay, we're talking about Formula 1. Okay, I don't want to talk about Formula 1 in a chess live stream, but yeah, I support Ferrari as very a good amount of Italians, but my favorite driver is okay. Maybe you will close this live after you hear this. Is Nico Hülkenberg. He drives for us. He will drive for Staker, and he's a very good driver, very underrated driver. And what are you looking about? It's true. It's true. Also Leclerc, but if I had to say one driver, he is Nico Hülkenberg. So, like a lot of drivers. So it's just like the sport. They don't support a real one driver, but it's something I love. I love to follow. So just this. Okay, so Adriana played knight takes d6. The idea is to take this. I play e5, and it seems that I sacrifice the piece, but I just take this back. So after this, maybe e takes, bishop take, or maybe queen takes, and okay. But the problem in this game, in this case, is that white has a pawn down, because if you remember, she sacrificed it in this move, because after c takes, she didn't retake it back, but she played knight b5 to try to take the pawn e d4 with this knight. But she wasn't able to do this, because after knight b4, bishop b3, there was queen b6, and after knight takes d6, okay, we are there, and will be just a trade-off pieces. And yeah, he took, and probably queen d8 or something, I don't know, maybe queen b6. Maybe queen b6 is, I believe queen b6. Yeah, queen b6, because after queen d8, there could be also bishop g5, and I don't like it, because, I have my knight pinned, and why would I do this? So maybe e5, I think, is the right move, and in fact, probably he would think about queen b6 or queen a6, but I think queen b6 is just the easiest response, and with the wheel trade. But this pawn is okay. It probably will be weak and so on. White has bishop pair, so there is some compensation, but I don't believe there is for a fourth pawn. So we'll see. We'll see, because bishop pair could be. Oh no, sorry. Also, white has bishop pair, black has bishop pair. So because there are these two bishops, so just I think a pawn down. Maybe white's pieces are better placed, but okay. This maybe queen takes, and we'll see. Yeah, okay. Maybe now is not the best game ever for the at the moment. Some wrong choices at the moment, but I believe she will come back in a few moves, because there is some compensation for that pawn, because there is this bishop that is very strong. This bishop could be very, very useful. Also, the rooks are very better placed. So I believe there is some good compensation. So I think white is slightly worse, but I don't think that's it. We can still fight for a long time in this game. Have you ever played on DGT boards? And if so, how does it feel? I'm asking this since most of the chessboards at the tournaments are just made of plastic. Okay, just normal chessboards, not DGT. The DGT boards, if you don't know, they are the chessboards where they were playing Adriana, Gabriele, and Luca, and they are connected on a computer. And this shows the game. And that's almost all the games played by top players are played on DGT boards, and that are maybe one of the best things can go. But I don't feel the pressure at the moment, because I played the first time in tournament in 2019, if I don't remember bad, in a tournament of Ascoli. All my chessboards in my tournament were online. So if you search for it, you can find my games. I played in tournament of Ascoli, I believe. Ascoli is in the center of Italy, in the mountains. I believe it is, it was strange at first time because I said, oh, wow, people can follow my games online. It was just strange at the first moves. But after some games, also some moves, after 1 hour, just you get used to it because it just playing on a chessboard. Maybe you don't have coordinates, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, but you just get used to it. Maybe you just think a few seconds, but I believe that where are the pieces, coordinates, and so on. I sometimes have some trouble about that, but okay, that's not c5, that's c4, but just the small things. But the first time it was very strange. Also the first tournament, but now at the moment, if we are playing on the chessboard or on the DGT chessboard, it does not feel it feels the same. Just a game and let's play. I prefer playing on normal chessboards and not on DGT boards, basically because DGT boards are transmitted online and will be published in database. And if you publish in a database, people just will see what you play in games, so can prepare against you. And I don't want to do this, so I prefer playing on the normal chessboards and not DGT boards. But when you play some games, people will see. After you go over 2000, it will be very difficult to. I don't think there are a lot of players over 2000 ELO that don't have some games online. So I believe it's just a normal thing. I just messed up something because Luca game is not going on. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask me, because it's just a pleasure for me to answer to all of this. And okay, let's continue with Luca's game, because it started as a Queen's Gambit with knight f6. That is not the best response, so maybe I'll talk to him later. Maybe he know what to do. So okay, but I don't think so, because I don't like it very much as setup, but maybe he knew what to do. Okay, a6 to avoid bishop e5. I like this thing. Bishop e3. Okay, and c takes d4. Okay, bishop e3. The threat is basically to take this pawn. You take this pawn, and I am pawn up, so he has to take to force this, and he played the knight takes d4 and queen b6. Okay, queen b6 is a mistake, and I believe so, because queen b6 is very, very risky, because you put the queen on the same diagonal of this strong bishop. And just a second, just take this, because it's in Bologna. I live in Bologna because I study in Bologna, and it's very cold, and I want to take this because it's freezing now. So just to be sure that not freezing. I stole this from you because okay. Queen b6, as I said, is very, I think, bad move, because it does not a lot, because you don't develop pieces, and you try, maybe the threat is to take the b2 pawn, but you never want to take that b2 pawn, because after a3 you cannot take, not this, sorry, this one, because there is knight a4 and the queen is trapped, so you have to give up a piece after bishop b4, and a takes, queen takes, and queen d2, just a piece down. So it's not a very that's not a very good thing to do. And so if you cannot take on b2, I think it's just a bad move, because this knight at the moment there are not real threats at the moment. So maybe Luca thought about tactical things that all of moves, all knight's moves are not very useful. And any move of knight, I don't know what does it do. Does it do what I'm saying? I don't know. But the problem in this is not the threats in the moment, but the threats there will be in 3-4 moves. So I don't know, if he plays knight to c6, there could be knight takes e6, because queen does not cover, knight covers the queen. So I don't think that's a good move from Luca. There are some tactical problems, not now, but in future there will be. I will probably play the bishop e7 and short castle and say, okay, slightly worse, but it's not the end of the world. Just play and just develop my pieces. Also, e5 is quite interesting at the moment, because you put this knight somewhere, but I don't think I want to go into this endgame, because I have this pawn that is a bit weak rather than this, and I'm a bit slow and back, not very happy about my development. So I think I prefer to play something like bishop e7, short castle, put my king in safe, and I probably will push in 5 in shortly, but not now. So bishop e7, and I think I am on it. But queen b6 is a bit, let's say, ugly, because it's not very good, I think. Do you usually do lots of tactics before a game or tournament? I'm asking this because I have a game in 40 minutes, lol. Okay, so good luck for the game, because yeah, good luck. What tournament are you playing? Because I don't know what tournament are on a part of this, because they just asked me to comment this game, and I did this, so I don't know what tournament it is. I usually do some tactics the week before the tournament, just to some 30 minutes of tactics if I can, because after with university work or something, it's very difficult to try to do something for improving your chess skills. But I usually do some tactics before the tournament. But associato tecnical chess club near Varese. Is it for the first turn? Okay, for round. Okay. Good luck for this tournament. So let me know how it will go, because I'm very curious. Curious. Okay, I'm curious. Okay. Sometimes I forget about words in English. Okay, good luck. No, after a game, 30-40 minutes, it's almost useless, because you don't want to do some tactics, because just you get tired. So I don't think it can worth it. But days before could be useful. Like I always do this example. It's just a runner. If you want to prepare for a marathon, or also let's say 1 kilometer or something, you have to prepare it and try to run also the days before, also the weeks before, to try to get prepared for the tournament. If you just go to the tournament without preparation, it's not. You don't. I think you will, perform very well, or maybe you will perform but not as you expected. So. In fact, I played in a tournament in Sardinia. I played in May. It was I prepared also almost 2 weeks before for the tournament. So yeah, I think it's 2 weeks ago, but 2 weeks before the tournament. I think it's a good amount. Also 1 week before, but it's okay. What tournament it is? Chess Fonna Modecanne. Okay, Chess Fonna Modecanne. Ok, forse ho capito il nome. Il torneo è il torneo di Vijgev, è il torneo che I think what happened? Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, ok? I don't know what I'm saying. Il torneo, allora, la live è in inglese, quindi parlerò in inglese. Adesso parlo in italiano, ma devo parlare in inglese, perché mi hanno chiesto di parlare in inglese. I follow di Adriana sono spagnoli e inglesi, quindi assolutamente devo parlare in inglese. E il torneo di Vijgev è un torneo che si sta giocando questi 2 giorni, oggi e domani. oggi c'è il primo e il secondo turno, questo è il primo, e domani sarà il terzo e poi il quarto e il quinto, ma io commenterò solo i turni oggi e domattina, quindi semplicemente, perché poi domenica pomeriggio avrò un torneo, il torneo degli streamer, quindi se mi seguite su Chess mi vedete che commenterò quel torneo lì perché è quello che faccio. No, ma tranquillo, semplicemente lo dico che almeno live sarà in inglese, quindi semplicemente quello. E ok, quindi I think we can go back to Gabriele's game because we're just okay, knight b3, okay, knight b3, just to continue with this, okay, maybe basically just knight b3 is almost good move because just attacks the queen, knight is okay, standing also good there because he avoids bishop c5, and after, queen c7, white has basically 3 pieces developed, he will do probably queen c7, short castle, rook c1, and white is very, very good, well placed in this game. So I don't know if, I don't think it's very good position, very comfortable, but it can happen everything. But talking about time scramble, about Luca, in fact, at the moment he has 27 minutes, and also his opponent has 29 minutes. So and we are at 10th move. So I don't think it's a great. It's a great stuff for them because they almost played, I think, about 30 minutes, and we have 30 minutes left. So I don't think it's very good management of the time control, but it can happen everything. So I think it's almost better because we will see some mistake in a few moves, I think, because you will have a few time. But okay, so let's go back to Gabriele's game. Gabriele thought a lot in this move. After rook f6, he stayed a lot to think. The 20 minutes, in fact, now at the moment he has 18 minutes, and it's not very good for him because now he has 20 minutes and his opponent has 41 minutes. So that's not great stuff at move 13, but he has calculated a lot of things. I believe in this thing. So okay, you get h6 to. I think it's good plan for black. He's playing to attack the pawn on h2 to maybe do something like queen there, and you will get mated if you just play rook h1, and okay, he took this. After this, okay, probably he has to do his knight g5, but it's not very comfortable, this situation, because it's okay that white has because this knight wanted to cover this square, but he cannot. And after queen knight e5, if takes, probably I will take with, I don't know, d or e, maybe with d pawn. And after queen there, it's not very comfortable as the situation because I will play h3 and bishop d7, and I will bring my pieces on, and that's not a good situation for white. It's very difficult to know what to do because he's very stuck at the moment in the corner with the king. In fact, king h1 I don't think it's very clever move, but it's difficult to say what to play in this game, as I said a few minutes ago, because it's just difficult to say. You are being attacked, this king is a bit weak. I think that is a good structure, but you have to know how to handle this, and it's not very, very comfortable, let's say. Probably he had to start an attack in this, but yeah. Maybe he was scared. And I said before, if you get scared in these situations, you will pay this. And in fact, he just put the rook on h6 and to say to the king, hi, I am here. So if you want to join attack, yeah, you are welcome. And what I said, I don't know. What I said. I don't know. Yeah. Huh? Una staiga. Okay, sleep. I take this bishop. Yeah, I took a bishop. I took a bishop because it was hanging. Okay, Gabriele played the 95, and I think it's okay, good move, but that's the scenario what we discussed. But now he has to be precise to take this, and in this situation, I don't know if we want to take this knight, because black says, okay, if I take this knight, I'm clearly better, or maybe not, but the main thing is that this bishop is not very active, so he can activate in a few moves, but it will be a bit slow, so I don't know if he wants to do this. Maybe he wants to or not to try this knight, or to put this knight there and to try to do something like that. But if you put this knight there, there will no more squares for the queen, so I don't know if it is a good thing to do. Maybe in the game I could probably play something like this: queen h4, h3, and then maybe or this, or I will think about it. But if I can see that I am very fast to do this, because it's true that I am a bit slow, it's just 3 moves with my bishop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I know how to count, so I did elementary school. I really don't know what to do, so he has to think. Gabrielo's opponent has 39 minutes, so it could happen something, he can figure out something, but we'll see, because it's a good position for black, but he has to handle it, so let's see if it can happen. And okay, so we go back to Adriana's game. a5, queen b6, e takes, queen takes, rook e1, okay, and bishop f5. Okay, rook e1 I think is a good move. I believe it's okay. Maybe it was better doing something like bishop g5 from Adriana, because just develop the bishop. That's the last piece it is in. But also rook e1 I believe is good. And in fact, in this game, engine says that bishop f5 is a mistake because of bishop there. I put this bishop here, and it's just a good bishop. If I play this queen b6 to defend this knight to avoid bishop e7, maybe I just play knight e5 to try to put my knight in c4, and it is a very good knight also to try to do something like that after g4. So white has a good compensation for the pawn. In fact, as I said before, there could be some chances for white, even if there is a pawn down, because this is a weak pawn, and it could happen something. In fact, white, black has had to play h6 to avoid this, because black could have, maybe the main thing that black could have thought is, okay, I am pawn up, she cannot take this, so I have to think how to handle this situation. First of all, let's see how are my pieces. First, I have pieces. My pieces are well placed. This bishop, probably I will put this, but I can wait just a few moves. Probably I will do bishop f5, but let's see. But the main thing is that he has to figure out that this bishop in g5 is very, very annoying. And he says that this bishop is very annoying. If you play h6, you don't want to play bishop d2, because after knight c6, this bishop has no real good squares and just blocks the queen, so I don't think it's good for white. But yeah, so bishop f5 is not a good move because of this. Because if you play h6, this bishop has no squares. After bishop f5, this bishop has squares. So I believe is a good thing for white to do bishop g5, but we'll see. So, sorry, I'm a bit tired. Just 2 days that I don't sleep very, very well. I got up early and I had an exam, so just excuses. I didn't sleep at all. So. Okay. Stalemate. Maybe one. There is a chessboard on my desk and is used for me to doing chess exercises, and I never do chess exercises, but my chessboard is here to remember that you should do chess exercises to get trained. So yeah. So to say, okay, you have to do this. Okay, so I think we are still in mid game, but they are short on time because it's 60 per 30, so we have basically 1 hour less than 1 hour in the time control, so from both players. So okay, queen b4 for Luca, but I believe that I was thinking to say, okay, let's pause the live for a few moments, but I think we'll do a complete tournament for complete round, and I get the pause when the game will finish. So okay, queen b4 by Luca the idea maybe is after a3 to go the queen to put the queen somewhere, and I think is okay. But the problem in this is that where does the queen go? Because it has to go or to d6 or to e7. Maybe his plan was to go. Maybe his plan is go to d6. Maybe not going from c7, but going from there, because he said, okay, a3 is not very useful, so I will go to d6 and to do something. And I believe it's interesting move. But he has to try to survive in this game because it's not very comfortable for black in this position, because just not very comfortable. Okay. Okay, we're in total 111, so in between all those streams, so I'm very happy about that. So I'm speaking about in front of 100 of people. I didn't realize it, so okay, good thing. But just okay. Okay, just see how is normal the games. They're just normal games at the moment. But I don't know if we said this, but we have Luca in the right screen. We have Adriana. She's playing with white, and in the left screen we have Luca. He's black against I don't remember the name of his opponent. Is Marco. Okay, Marco Nikolovsky. Okay, I made well. Marco Nikolovsky, and behind them we have Gabriele Rossi. Who's playing against Roberto I don't remember. Palazzotto. Roberto Palazzotto. Okay, but I don't mess with names. So. Huh? Aldo. Roberto Palazzotto. There is no Aldo. There were no Aldos. No Aldos. You wanted to say that's one player was Aldo?
I misspelled. I guess.
One is Aldo.
Was an Aldo, yeah.
Aldo. How they like Delo. Like Delo. It's Aldo. Okay, sorry, that's a bad joke. Okay. So the chess hall is, it's good. It's a good chess hall. At the moment, we have all of players who are our players who are commenting the games are standing. Luca has stood up. Also, Gabriele. Just Adriana hasn't. Maybe stood up yet. Maybe she went. She stayed in the chair for a lot. I don't know if may know habits of players, but I am one of the players who you see most. I never sit down in my chair, except when it's my turn, because I don't like staying in thinking on my chair if it's on my turn. I want to say something. And in fact, meanwhile, let's see what he's doing. The opponent, okay, opponent of Luca. He is doing something, or you don't see it, maybe, or no. Okay, just took something to money, maybe to buy something the cafe. So okay, he was just taking something from his jacket. I said, okay, that's a bomb. No, joking. I was just curious to say what he was throwing out. Maybe a bottle of water or some food, or something, or maybe some money to pay Luca to say, oh, let's throw this game. No, joke. We're not talking about corruption because we don't like corruption. If you pay me some money, I would say I like corruption, but it's not the case. That's not the case. I'm joking. I am joking. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to our games because let's go back to our games, and it's 2 hours that I'm talking straight. So, okay, just put a second to relax myself. Tough thing. Tough talk. I think I will take something to eat, and I am back in a couple of minutes. Just I got hungry, so I don't want to talk when I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm saying, so just excuse me, and I'll be right back. Oh, I'm sorry, I just put I just put in charge my phone, and I'm here. I'm here right back to you because yeah, I must charge the phone. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm right back. So let's see what happened in these games. Let's start from Adriana. Okay, the games we went in this position where Black did a mistake because Bishop f5 is not a great move, and I agree with this and also understood the reason, because there is Bishop g5 and attacks the queen, and the queen has to move away. And if the queen moves away, it's not a good situation for Black because, you know, this bishop was the worst piece for White, and White has a piece down. So if also she has a worse bishop placed, you know, it's just something difficult. But okay, queen b6, and I think there is now a good compensation for the pawn. There is good compensation for the pawn, and okay. Bishop b7, I don't think that's a great move, because this knight can go into 3. This knight can go into 3 and could make some trouble. Maybe rook e8 could be a move, but that's not a great move, because, oh, there is bishop 8 takes f7. Oh, yeah, that's mate. That's mate. If he takes queen b3 check and king does not go anywhere, he has to do something like bishop this, but ooh, rook takes d6. Whoa, nice, simply lovely. If I take the rook, there is knight g5, and you lose the queen and also the game. So that's not great. So okay, this is interesting. That's a good plan. Good plan. I like this. I thought about 95, the idea to go to c4 or to do something this, but, you know, bishop e7, I like it, because the only move that avoids complications for White, for what I'm saying, is that the only move that avoids trouble for Black is knight e3, but it's very difficult to find knight e3, because you have to say, okay, bishop takes f8, I take this rook, you take my bishop, and I take this knight with check, you take my knight with check, and we just trade a couple of pieces. And okay, it's not so difficult to find it, and the reason is that we have just simplified all of pieces, and I am pawn up. Clearly that's not a very easy pawn to keep, you know, just after rook d1, this pawn could have some trouble, and this bishop is better than this, so there are some reasons that there is some compensation for the pawn, that White it could not lose this game, but the main thing in this position that White cannot lose. In this position can happen everything, and in this position Black cannot lose, because he has just a pawn down, and it's pawn up, and it's very difficult to find something for White. But it's still difficult. After this, it's very difficult, because as we said, bishop rook e8 non si può fare, sì, in italiano, sì, vamos, you cannot do this. So maybe he has to give an exchange, but what to do? Because if you do d3 or something like that, I just probably take this and I'm exchange up, and even if there is some compensation, because I have bishop pair, it's not the best scenario ever. So it's very difficult. Maybe he will find, Ariana's opponent will find knight d3, because that's the only move that keeps the game alive, and he keeps a bit margin. But yeah, it's difficult. But it will be difficult also for Adriana, because she has less than 8 minutes, and we have move 18, so we are in a very complicated situation. and also her opponent has 23 minutes, so it's not so easy for Adriana to do something in this game. But it's good. It's good. It's very interesting. But the problem is that Adriana has a few times she stayed 9 minutes to think to bishop b7. I think it's good amount of time to think about this move because it's very complicated. But she has to figure it out how to escape to this position in a short time because it's not so easy. Let's see now Luca's game because we want to see Luca. And Luca, it's finished the game. It's finished the game between Luca and his opponent. So let's see what happened. Queen d4. Okay, queen d6. We are on it. Let's trade queens. And maybe trading queens is not the best thing we can do because maybe just to grab some space like something with f4 to threat pawn to e5. But queen takes d6, bishop takes d6, and now that's a mistake because white basically has not gained a lot. Just bishop d7, short castle, bishop e5, and now white is I don't know, bishop d4. Knight bishop takes, and probably the center draw. Yes, that's the draw. That's the draw for Luca. He survived, managed to survive this game. Probably he offered a draw in this position after bishop takes because he said, okay, that's almost equal position, and I agree in part to him because that's after rook takes d4, knight c6 could be knight c4, knight c6. Is a better position for white, but not so good. Instead, better than before, but not the greatest position. So maybe I'm quite happy for this draw because that wasn't the easiest position ever, and he managed to survive. So good for Luca. He did the game. So that's it. One game is up. One game is done. It's two games left. So okay, Luca has left the all. So okay, we will go to Gabriele's game in just a few seconds. Okay, let's go to Gabriele, and he's been attacked. Now Black has good pieces to his king, but this bishop is just a giant. This bishop, but that's not easy position. In fact, as I said before, his opponent played this queen h4. Queen to h4. That's I think the most reasonable. You attack the pawn, you force h3. That you want to do this. You basically want to do. It's very intuitive, but the main thing there is that you want to trade these knights, and that's not so easy to understand. So just wait a second because I have to do one thing, and in 1 second I will go up to you. Okay, as I said before, this is a position that is very, very, white. You think white is not very comfortable, but it's not very comfortable if we trade these knights, because it's strange, but this knight is very strong. Okay, but white is a better defender than this knight is a good attacker, because after you put the knight in f6, that in fact is a mistake, and it's very strange because you would say, okay, that's not a mistake, because I put knight f3, I put another piece in attack, but this knight has no squares where to go. If it goes in g4, I just take and we trade a piece and nothing happened. And if you play knight h5, you don't go anywhere. So it's very, very difficult to see what to do for black, but also for white, because computer says that is good for white, this position, because after f3 you break all the center, and I believe in this. f3 takes, rook takes, rook takes. I think it's good. We're okay, because you double the rooks and you try to push for f5 and try to mate your opponent in the f or g file, and I think it's okay. But it's not very easy to say what to do, because in fact Gabriele played g3, rook g1, and I think it's good. I mean, it's not clearly the best move, but I think it has a good plan. Play this bishop f1, I try to maybe put the rook in g3 to defend h3 and try to free this bishop away. And I think it's a good idea. In fact, bishop d7 to try to go to this plan, so to put the bishop in h5 to go maybe in f3. And now the attack, I think it's almost over, because there is no real threats at the moment, but he has to be very, very cautious, because it's not a very easy position. Also because Gabriele has 6 minutes and Roberto has 80 minutes, his opponent. So it's not so easy, this position, but it can happen everything. I clearly prefer white in this position because there is no attack, but it's very difficult to say that there is no attack in this position. So yeah, it's very, very tough, but both of players are playing. So yeah, let's say. So I remember you to write something in the chat to make me some company. I would like to comment. If you want to comment something, just write below, and I will see everything. So I will read everything. I will respond to everyone. So it will be a nice thing to do. Okay, let's go back to Adriana. She played, if you remember, she played knight takes d6 to try to exchange this knight that was a bit hanging, a bit loosey, and we went in this position where she wasn't very comfortable in this position, because she has pawn down. So you have pawn down, so that's not amazing. But after bishop f5 gave Adriana an opportunity to play bishop g5 and to adjust this bishop, and this is a good bishop. After queen b6, bishop e7, as I said, the only move that could have saved black from losing exchange is knight e3, and it's what her opponent played. And now it's very difficult to know what to do. And after rook e2, that it's a missing move, because I don't think it's wrong move, because I just defend this. But that's not, I think, the greatest move, because after bishop f4, queen d2, I just put my knight is very strong there, and I just maybe move my rook. Also, computer says pawn to d3. That's very interesting, because after bishop takes, bishop takes, I will do bishop c5, and I will attack also f2, and that's not an easy position. Also, I will do bishop f4. I can make a lot of choices, and even if I am exchange down, that's not a good position for white. Sorry, because the exchange up, you don't see the advantage of this exchange, because there were no real. There is nothing for white at the moment, because this rook is locked. This is locked. This bishop and this queen is not doing a lot. So maybe a good plan could be doing this, but I can also ignore the threat and play bishop b4 and try to take my exchange back. If you play bishop takes f2, I play king g7 and you put back your bishop maybe, and I basically play rook e8 or I take this rook, and we are just material is even, but I have that pawn that is very, very strong, and you don't have any threats in this diagonal. So it's very difficult position for white. For white, everything can go wrong in this position, but her opponent must figure out that d3 and giving exchange is the best choice, and that's not easy to say. But it can be. So that's not so difficult to see it, I believe, because the bishop e7 is the only active piece on the chessboard. So it could be. So yeah, let's go to see the other game from Gabriele. Okay, bishop g6 to try to do. Okay, played bishop g6, Gabriele's opponent, to play maybe bishop f5 and knight takes g6 to trade this, but I don't like it very much because okay, takes and we're okay, but I don't like it very much because this bishop, okay, that is could be a good bishop, but the same time this is not the best thing you want to do, to go in a closed position like this with the bishop against a knight. Maybe the reason that I would not have done this is this, because I don't want to finish to end up in this position where this knight could be very strong and this bishop is just a melee pawn. So that's not a great thing, I think. As white, I don't like it because also my king is almost does anything in this game, so it's very, very useless. It's very danger. Also maybe something like king f7, rook h8, or also rook f8 to try to do g5, some g5, and to enter in this f file. That's not very easy, but Gabriele has 3 minutes, so it's also difficult to know what to do in this position, and he probably said, okay, it's better if I simplify the position and try to figure out what happens, but that's not so easy in this position. So h takes, he has 3 minutes to do a move, so it's difficult. That's tough. And if you enter now to the chat, the one of the 3 games ended because Luca drew against Marco Nikolovsky. He often drew in this position where white was slightly better, but not so clearly to say that that's some margin to win. So his opponent accepted the draw. Maybe it's not that's not the right choice maybe from his opponent, because it's just a better position, just without no risks. After something like also rook takes, it seems unusual, but after knight c6 my rook goes back to d1 maybe, or d2, and I can put the knight in c5 and you cannot avoid it. So this knight is very, very annoying, and white can handle a good pressure. That's not easy to say it because just material is equal, and that's not so easy. But I believe that white is quite in control, so I believe it's okay. So maybe he accepted the draw because he said the material is even, so that's okay draw. A bit, I don't like it, the choice to accept the draw, but I understand this because you just miss the point that you are better because after rook takes you put back the rook and you have knight b3 that goes to c5. That's not so easy to say it, but yeah, I don't like it, but as I said, I understand this because when I was younger I accepted a lot of draws in some good positions because I was scared to get to do some mistakes that compromised my position, and after a good position I can lose. it's okay, but it's a position that where you have less risks, so I don't know if it can worth it. But as I repeat, I understand completely this choice, because it's very difficult to say that you are better. You are better. You are a bit scared, and you don't know how better are you, and this is the case. So yeah, it's very difficult. So okay, let's go back to not to Adriana. Yes, let's go back to Adriana. Let's go back to Adriana, that in this position she has 5 minutes, so our commentaries are just with few time. D3, that is okay, as an amazing move, but I don't believe that's an amazing move, because I don't like that definition, because D3 is a good move, but I don't think that it was so outstanding, because what do you do? If you move the rook, there could be also some bishop takes a7 in soon or something else, so I don't think that's so genius as a move, but that's a good move for sure, but not so amazing. And okay, rook takes f8. Maybe he missed the point that bishop takes is better, but he's still better. Adriana is exchange up, but that's not a good position for her. She has also 5 minutes against the 13 of Claudio Falchi, her opponent. And yeah, that's basically not the best situation where you want to be, because these bishops are very, very strong. This pawn is very strong. In fact, she has exchange up, but with a pawn down, so that's not a good thing. But exchange for a pawn is good for who has the exchange if the pieces are right placed. And in this case, that's not the case, because this bishop pair is very, very strong. This knight is very strong. This bishop can attack f7, but with the rook, yeah, everything is defended. This knight has no real quest to do, and this rook is stuck. And this pawn is simply amazing at the moment. So that's not a good position. Clearly, Adriana had to do this, because if you don't take the exchange, you just have the same things, but without exchange up. So let's say you have to do this and try to survive in this game, because if she survives, she has exchange up. So it's good, but it's not so easy to do something. So let's see what happens. I'm not very I don't know. I really don't know, but it's not looking very good for Adriana. But it's not clear how to continue for black. So it could be maybe something not very. You could figure out with something not very useful. But also Adriana has not a real. I don't think real moves to do, because every move has some downside that you don't like it. And when the position is not so good, that's not so good. And in fact, maybe we can see it from the screen that she's not very maybe happy about this. She's thinking maybe queen. Is she moving the queen? Queen e1. Okay, the idea maybe is to put the other rook in e1 and try to attack this and try to put the queen somewhere. I believe that's a good move, and I think one of them best, because just put the queen away, and you have the rooks on the open file. You put the queen there on the open file, so you avoid the rook e8. I believe that's a good thing to do. You have exchange up, so all you have to do is to put the rooks in open files and try to do something. At the moment, it's very difficult, but I believe she can figure it out. That's not so easy. So we can see it if she can do better, can survive. That's not so easy, but it can happen. So okay, let's see Gabriele. He has very short time, but he's managing to survive in this position. We're with this position. Rook takes, h takes, bishop g2. He says that's a mistake because there is g5 and opens everything, or also rook f8. But I think the most practical, obvious plan seems to be king f7 and rook h8, or even if the pawn h3 is not hanging. So you have to understand that the really weakness is pawn f2 after g5, but that's not easy. That's not easy at all to understand. In fact, his opponent plays king f7, and after queen e2 to try to bring the queen there to defend something, rook h8, but after rook g1, I don't think there is more attack. Maybe this g5, there is still attack, but it's not so easy. That's not so easy, but I think the main thing that white says that black is slightly better is for this knight that is better than his bishop, and also for the king that is not safer than is safer than the white one. But that's not so easy to play for white. That's not easy at all. And also, Gabriele has 1 minute. Roberto, his opponent, has 50 minutes. So it's clearly not a good. No, that's not good. That's not good. But it could be very, very difficult to do something. But yeah, Gabriele has for 50 minutes again, as time for almost 40 minutes less than his opponent. So that's not so easy. That's not so easy. But so yeah, something like knight g4. Knight g4 is very interesting now because I attack f2, and if you play this, I basically can keep the knight there, and something like rook h5 to try to do some g5 and to open the position. But the problem is that you cannot say that is so bad for white. It's bad because you're being attacked. But if you just miss the point that you overestimate your position, doing something like this, there is c takes, and after c takes, just the position opens, and I can do something in this open file, and I can try to do some perpetual also, to get some material. So that's not so easy. Obviously, he would take with this, and after b4 try to do some minority attack, and that's not good for white for sure. But that's not even so stupid for white. So could happen everything. And maybe also his opponent has 30 minutes to figure it out, so he could stay also some time to think and try to do something. As I said, I'm a bit tired, so bishop h6, that's the move, the best entry move. So yeah, I believe that is a good plan, bishop h6, because the threat is to move this knight and take this rook. And so for Adriana is not very easy to do, because if he takes back the exchange, he has that pawn that is very, very strong, and that's a pawn, basically a pawn up. So without basically, that's a pawn up. So that's not so easy. That's not so easy as a position for white. So yeah, we have to see. We have to see. And okay, 95 is okay. She has to move very fast, very quickly, and yeah. In fact, if that kid can go away from the camera, could be a nice thing to do. So if someone following the live could be, and I think if he says, okay, just don't cover the camera, don't cover Ariana, because people are going, okay, he's moving, no, okay, please go. Okay. It's just I wanted to see the camera to see how the player is feeling at the moment, because in tension moments it's very, very tough to do something. So it is interesting to see what they are doing. So yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah. And I remember, as I said, I'm a motorsport fan. I am fan of also MotoGP. That's the first class of motorsport for motorbikes, And I like, and also there is a famous clip where Valentino Rossi is one of the most famous motorbikers in the history. He was in a fight with, I don't remember who was, maybe Max Biaggi, I don't remember exactly, but there was this fight, and the people and said, and there was a camera, the camera who were recording that fight, and at a certain moment it was switched into one box of one of two drivers, where was a girl, probably the girlfriend of someone, and the commentator was Guido Meda, said, "Go via la signorina, via la signorina." It says, okay, I don't want that girl, I want to see the action, and this is the case. I want to see the action, so. Kiko just rated the channel with 9 viewers, so thank you Kiko, Kiko85, thank you. So hi everyone, ciao Kiko, ciao, sto commentando il torneo e in questo caso sono la live in inglese, quindi parlerò in inglese perché sto commentando le partite, 2 canali su 3 sono in inglese, quindi commenterò in inglese, quindi semplicemente parlo in inglese. Quindi niente, è così. E so yeah. So Diana is okay. Oh, switched everything. Now there is come back for Diana. Come back for Diana, because this 95, that was a threat to try to take this, and yeah. Oh, that was a trap. She put a trap. Queen d4. That huge mistake. Knight takes f7, and he cannot do this because there is queen e8. Queen e8, and it's mate in 3. Bishop f8, queen takes f7, and after this there is mate. Whoa. Pay attention, knight f5. Here is the idea. Knight takes f7. I didn't see it. Great move by Adriana. Mistake for Claudio. His opponent. Knight takes f7. Whoa. Now she's winning. Wow. Let's see his opponent face. Whoa. He's saying, what I missed. In fact, you see the face. Whoa. Tough one. He's now to try to figure it out how it works, but he knows he cannot take. And if you cannot take, what do you do? There is discover attack. If you play this, bishop g7, just, knight e5 check, and I don't know. If you do this check, what happens? This, knight f7, you can give the exchange back, but now is a completely winning position for Diana, because no, you don't give exchange back. You take another exchange, so that's difficult. Knight a7, this, you play g3. Okay, g3 is strange. Knight takes. Okay, g3. I don't think Diana will play it. Maybe rook d1. Maybe. Whoa. It's strange. Wow, amazing game. Now it turned out everything. Wow. Ciao Max. Benvenuto sul canale, io sono Will Cheese Chess, non so se è presente, sto commentando le partite di Luca, Gabriele e Adriana del torneo. La live in inglese, quindi parlerò in inglese. And that's the comeback. You see the face of opponent of Diana. Wow. Also, Diana knows that she survived this game. And also, what happens in the Gabriele's game? Gabriele's opponent was covering his eyes, so maybe happened something. Knight g4, as we said. Rook f1 to defend. Rook h6. Okay, to try to do maybe some g5 or something else. Let's see. He's thinking. What he is thinking? Okay, no, nothing. Just thinking. Let's see what happened in this game. King g1. Okay, king g1. I think it's a good move to try to take this. Clearly, you cannot take because there is mate, but probably you can take with the queen. So okay, knight f6. But now the position is still closed, so it's good for who has the knight. But pay attention because there is no mate, so just slightly better for black now because there is no mate, there are no checkmate threats, so you know, rook c1, rook c7 could happen, but not very. It's not easy. It's not easy for black to try to convert the game. So let's see, because maybe Adriana. In fact, what does he do? Knight f6, and then he does. What does he do? He moved something. Queen e1. Okay, queen e1. The idea is to do f3. That's a clever idea, I think. Clever idea to try to break the center. I don't know if it is the best thing to do because, okay, there are queens, but there are no mate threats. So maybe trading the queens could advantage also black because he has the knight. It could advantage because in closed game it could do something in this case. But let's see, because I'm curious. I'm very, very, very curious about that. And also for Ariana's game, because Knight f7 turned out, whoa. What a game for Ariana. That's a very, very great comeback from her opponent. From her, not her opponent. He is saying you don't see his face because it's covered, because it's cut. I cut the image because it's not easy to do this, to arrange all the counts, but I see him that is saying what I missed. He's in this position at the moment, and he said what I missed, what I have missed, because I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Clearly, for sure, he's not believing what he missed. He played bishop g7. And still is not easy to say what to do in this position for Diana, because she is now better, clearly, but you don't know how to continue. How do you continue this? Because, okay, you took the pawn back, you can have a perpetual, for sure, but you exchange up. So if exchange up, very interesting. Interesting stuff. She's looking for some mate threats, some tactical things, but can happen everything, because now, okay, engine says that's plus 2.6. You will say, okay, she's winning, okay, but that's not so easy. That's not so easy. Knight h6. Let's see if she goes for a draw. Let's see. King h8. Maybe he wants to draw. She wants to draw. Maybe because exchange up, but that's not so easy how to continue because she has everything. Locked. Okay, no, takes the bishop, and her opponent says, okay, made a strange face, because said what? Why this? Because yeah, that's not good. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. This, because you have to keep the tension. King knight in f7 does not. It's good. It's not easy to say what to do in this position. For sure, maybe some rook c1 I would like it to do. Maybe this. Yeah, to keep the tension, to do this. But that's not easy. That's not easy at all. That's not easy. So, you exchange up. She's exchanged up, so she said, okay, let's trade some piece, and I'm okay. And in fact, I agree with this. But, yeah, she took a pawn away and also a bishop pair, so clearly is good. But also, it's not so good for her attack, because she was blocking all pieces from black, and now black can do also some like 92, and she can give back the exchange to take the pawn. So it's quite interesting. The position is still interesting, not so winning for Diana now. Maybe she's slightly better because for exchange and there is no bishop pair for black. But not so clear as a position. So, okay, I thought she was drawing this. Instead, she wants to play because, she has exchange up. So, I believe that's good. And now, let's see Gabriele's game. Let's go back to him. And he's playing, okay, he plays queen e1. And now his opponent is thinking. And he has 4 minutes and Gabriele has 1 minute. So, we will see 2 blitz games in contemporary. So okay, rook c1 for Diana. Okay, rook c1 for Diana. Let's see, rook c1. There is 92. So I don't know what she missed. maybe she wants to give back the exchange and say, okay, I'm pawn up. No, not a pawn up. We have material, but this pawn will hang, the d3 pawn. So I believe that's not the best idea ever, but still reasonable. It's still reasonable because this f5, f4 knight is very, very annoying. So I think with short time control could be a good idea because this knight can very, very be annoying after g5. There is some mate threat. So Paris is saying, okay, take this rook, and okay, you're right to take this exchange, but let's see. But can happen everything in this game. Can happen everything, and also in Gabriela's game because it's almost even. The game is slightly better for black, but not so clear. So yeah. Let's see, because okay, people are strolling behind them. There, people are finishing the game. If you and the second round still start at 5:30, 5:30. So no, sorry, 5:30. So in 1 hour we start the second round. So yeah, it will be very, very interesting. There are 3 interesting games. There were all 3 interesting games. Luca finished immediately. So yeah, queen e1, and okay, h5, okay, reasonable from Ariana's opponent. He played h5 because, you know, he said, okay, he was saying, okay, what she saw with this, if you check, I go with my king in h7, and what happens? The problem is that I can put my queen in e8, try to get some counterplay there, so it could be not the right thing to do. But also for it said miss, but you know, we have something like 10 with 1 minute each, so it will happen everything at the moment. So I will probably do a resume after the games because you know, it can happen everything now at the moment. And also, Gabriela's opponent is not moving. He moved now, so let's see. Okay, g5. G5 is maybe probably the right move because you basically force this. F takes, queen takes, and I go for trying to mate you in the open file. And okay, f4, interesting, but if I keep the game closed out with queen h5, it could be tough. But let's see what does Gabriela does. Okay, rook c4. Okay, Adriana's opponent is still thinking, so we are going a bit. You know, it's the first time that I comment 2 games that in Zainat, so it's not so easy with short time control to comment 2 games, but let's see what happens. I will stay most of all in Adriana's game because I know there are a lot of Peruvian friends, or so a lot of people cheering for her. So you know, just to see it. So queen b6. Sorry, Matt. Okay, queen b6. That's a mistake from Adriana's opponent, because why? Why this is a mistake? For king f1. What? Okay, rook e4. I think that's a good idea to try to put the rook somewhere, but I don't know how to figure out this position for white. It's clearly better for white because now she has exchange up, and that's very, very good because, you know, you exchange up, the compensation is gone, so she managed to survive very well thanks to that threat that was very, very outstanding. I have to say that's a very, very good move from Diana, that she wanted to she had this great plan that is knight takes f7. That's very, very good move. This was position completely controlled for black. He need just to do queen c7 to defend the point f7, but he missed completely this point, and that's understandable because that's not so easy. But you have some compensation of sort for just attack this, put this knight over. But yeah, queen b6, rook e4, and now it's difficult for both. It's equal to both, but clearly white is still better. Is clearly much better. And Gabriele instead is a bit struggling, but he played e takes f3. That's okay. I don't like it, this move. I don't like this because I open this bishop, and I don't want to open this bishop at all. It's okay that king is not safe, but opening this position is not what you want because you have the king in f7 and you cannot move this knight ever. So you have to move this knight, this king somewhere, but it's not easy. Rook g6, rook f2. Okay, that's a blitz game. And yeah, king g8, maybe king g8 to try to free this knight, and white is in danger. White is still in danger because I can do knight e4. So maybe that's reasonable. That's not reasonable. I would not have done this, maybe, but I don't know what he thought, so it's understandable. So maybe I would have done f5, sorry, queen h5 and then g5 again to try to break the center, but I don't know, maybe that's a good plan. King g8, okay, he had a good plan. I didn't like it, but yeah, I had to change my idea because demonstrate that is good. I can play knight e4 to attack this rook, so it's very, very annoying position for white. Very annoying position. Ariana moved. Okay, that's winning now for Ariana because this rook e4, this rook check, king there. Okay, queen check, and now what is now? King h, after king h6 there are no checks at all. So Mariana missed something. I don't know what she would have done. Engine suggests me always to put the king away from some checks, and it's reasonable, but after this there are no more checks, so it's difficult to say what to do. It's difficult, but that's tough. But you will see clearly a lot of mistakes in this phase, but we have 1 minute each and the position is very complicated, so it's very this would be a strange the opposite. Okay, also there in Gabriele's game it happened something. Look, this king f1, knight there, knight king moves away, but that's very very annoying. King must go somewhere, but I can I open the position. Oof, this is bad. This is bad stuff. Bad stuff. I just can't take the pawn if you stay there. That's not easy. Knight g3 check. This. So yeah, for Gabriele is not looking very good. For Diana instead is looking still not very good because there are no checks at the moment because this bishop is very powerful. And now can happen everything, and the first who will do a fatal mistake, it's over. Basically, it's over. So that's very, very difficult. Okay. G5. Let's stay on Ariana's game at the moment because that's very, very difficult to know what to do in this position. I just stay in this. If you want to see Gabriele's game, just ask me, but I think I will stay in Ariana's game. Okay, G3 by Ariana. It's okay. Oh no, she missed rook takes G3. She missed rook takes G3. because there's the bishop. With the bishop and the queen. Oh, bad miss for her. Bad miss from her. Because there is some mate threats at the moment. There are some mate threats. She missed this, and after maybe king, it says missed move. Well, I don't know what it says. Why it says Rook G2? That's a missed move, but because that's a great move. King F1 by Ariana, and what happens at the moment? There is. That's not easy to say what to do, but there is Queen C6 that threatens this. There is a great threat by. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not. Oh, and she cannot do this because there is Queen C1 check, and it's almost mate. So yeah, not easy at all. And in fact, it happens this. King F1, Queen C6, Queen E4. That's what happened in the game. And yeah, Queen E4. And now he has to... Oh, no. That was Queen takes... Okay, Queen takes H3. Okay, Queen is still in B6, I saw in the video. Okay, but that's... Yeah. That's not good. That's not good, but that's not still easy because Ariana is thinking about something that is very, very strange. That's very difficult to how to manage this. So good choice by Ariana in the worst position at the moment. Even if she will lose this, she's making good moves from in the practical point of view because she puts his opponent in the practical he can mistake. Sorry, he can basically mistake because. It just puts the opponent into difficult choices, and even if she's clearly bad in this moment, she's doing not very well as a game. She's doing good, even if she's worse, she's doing good practical things to do. So I believe that's a good signal from her because it means that she's one player that he never gives up, and yeah. I believe in this. She's doing quite well at the moment, but this position is still very, very nervous because it can happen everything. She moves again. Rook check. Okay, she gives away the exchange, but with King G7. Oh, King G7 that escapes because after Rook G8 there is King H7 and there are no more checks. So. Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens because, yeah. Rook H8. Okay. King H8, King G8, King G7, Rook G8, and Rook H7 probably. It's the... Okay, so that's very, very tough game. That's a tough game. Whoa. King H6. Oh no. He maybe is happy with. Maybe he's happy with a draw. Maybe. Let's see if he's happy with a draw or try to repeat just to gain some 30 seconds. I'm very curious about this game from Ariana. Meanwhile, Gabriel has managed to survive this game. It's a good thing for him. Because he managed to survive this game, and that's not easy because now the position is almost draw. I still prefer the black because he has initiative, but that's not so easy to win this. And also Diana must choose now if she wants to draw or wants to win, and it is not easy because. She's clearly worse in this position. She is 2 pounds down and probably a repetition could be good. No, this is not a team event. Follow form, this is not a team event. This is just me. I'm commenting 3 games from 3 streamers. One is Diana, who's probably following her from YouTube. And Gabriele and Luca are the 2 Italian streamers and they just comment on their games. Just It's just this. It's not a team event. Basically, I'm just commenting the 3 games in a row, so it's this. Okay, bishop d5 by Diana at the moment. They're in time travel at the moment, and they are very short on time. It's not easy to place a move in this game, but yeah, maybe I think maybe just knight takes d5 can be okay, because there are no more checks after queen h4, and there are some threats they're very serious, and it's not looking very good for Diana at the moment. So you're welcome, Pharaoh. You're welcome. 92, that's still a good idea, because just trading mating 1, and in fact it forces to take the exchange, and it takes, maybe it's clearly that he will take the rook with the pawn, maybe king takes, and that's still difficult for Adriano's opponent to try to bring that home, because that's position where she's putting very good practical difficult decisions for white. There are some threats, something, but yeah, it's not so easy. So let's go back for a few moments. There is a king e4, so something must happen in this game. After knight this, king to e1, there is knight f5 that puts the pressure to the pawn to e3. But after rook e2, he did, bad move. This is bad move, because maybe he missed that after queen takes there is this check. I know what happened. Maybe he thought that after queen g4 maybe it was a winning one, but there is the pawn, and yeah, maybe he missed something. And after this there are some series of check, but this I don't like it, because I put the rook in g2, and you have to put this king in c1, and there is not very good move. But after queen f4, good plan for Gabriele, that goes in c3, and after rook takes, king goes before, and rook f3, and it is good for now. The white king is very safe. It's very fun, this position, because now it's black who is risking now, because there are no real threats at the moment for white, for black, and white can try to do something after rook e8 and entering with the queen. So let's pay attention. This will be an interesting game in a few moves, but let's go back. Okay, rook e7 is mistake, because gives up the pawn. There is d4. Maybe he missed the pawn d4. But let's see what happens. What happened? This, and take. No, queen d2 check. There is queen d2. No, queen d2 check. If you go there, I just put I put the rook in b8. And there is some made threats, and she missed it. She played bishop to e4 to attack this, and it's reasonable. But after rook g3. But now, yeah, that's good for. It came back for good for. It's not in trouble anymore. Yeah, I agree with you. Follow form. It's not in trouble anymore. But let's see, because they have 1 minute left both, and that's very difficult, because only one move that keeps the advantage is this with the plan. With the plan, if king goes to h7, the rook goes to d8, and give another check there to keep the pressure. But that's very difficult to know what to do, because we have also a opposite bishop pair of the opposite bishops, and that's not easy. At all. But Adriano's opponent has short time in the moment, and queen c2 missed one, and there are missing moves a lot, because they are playing a lot of things, and it's not easy. That's not easy at all to play this position. But yeah, okay, then maybe the best thing at the moment is to go into this endgame, but that's with 2 pawns down, but there are some perpetual chances, so it's difficult. But as I said, it's difficult. It's kind of just it's difficult because it's objectively difficult, this position. And also from Gabriele is difficult, this position. Okay, queen e2. Gabriele is difficult because he left a pawn, but there are some perpetual chances. So let's see if he wants to take some perpetual chances or not. Okay, bishop d4 is a miss, but we know we're going to miss moves. Queen d2 check. Ooh, bishop e3. Ooh, good move, bishop e3 for white. Let's see if for black. Let's see if okay, bishop e3. He sees it. He sees, and now is yeah. What to do for black, for white? What to do? And I would like to have a half an hour break, but I would like to do it, but when the games are finished. Okay, rook takes g6, but that's not I think the right idea, because I take basically in g6 with my rook, because there is a check I must take with this if I don't want to lose a queen. Yeah, rook takes, and there is queen takes e3, but I can cover the check with the queen or with the rook g5. There is rook g5, and just exchange up. After all of this mess, Ariana has exchanged down and 2 pawns down. So yeah, that was a really mess. Let's see what Ariana's opponent will do, because it could happen everything. If he does not cover the check with the rook, I think where he will do. That's a mess. That's a mess. Whoa. Yeah, rook g5. He touches the rook, so yeah, that's. Ooh, bad. Ooh, something happened in the Gabriele's game. Wrong perpetual. Rook check, king h7. There are no more checks, and he's with a pawn down. He's a pawn down, and the rook h8 to try to do some perpetual, but that was a wrong perpetual. Maybe he saw it, but that's not true, because after this, he can take the rook back, but after d takes, b takes, queen check, he is a pawn down, and his king is now under threat, but that's not still so easy. Okay, maybe it is, because there's something that there's check. There are some perpetual teams, but at the moment, no, there are no possible threats. But he's still managing to do it. So he takes this. Okay, maybe he has to do some checks, try to trade queens. But let's see now Ariana's game, because it still can happen. Everything now is difficult for sure, but not so easy. Yeah, this is getting back. As you see, follow form, when we have 2 minutes left, everything can happen, and yeah, basically this. When you have 2 minutes left, everything can happen, and mistakes are very, very easy to make. Yeah. For Luca's followers, per i follower di Luca, parlo adesso un attimo in italiano, adesso non uscite, perché tra una mezz'ora si comincerà il secondo turno, quindi comunque potrebbe essere, cioè Luca tornerà a giocare tra poco, insomma tra una mezz'oretta, un'ora, adesso non so esattamente quando ricomincerà il turno successivo, da calendario dice 5:30, ma potrebbe iniziare leggermente dopo, perché appunto devo aspettare che finiscano tutti, però più o meno sarà all'incirca le 5:30. The moment, yeah, that's not a good thing for my commentaries at the moment, because it turned out that Luca was losing, but he managed to draw at the moment. Gabriele was attacked and he tried to survive, but it was still a difficult position because of the bad position of the king. He forgot about the 4th pawn and now is in bad position. And so Diana managed to survive in another difficult position, but now is she's almost losing now. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, I believe that is not good, but there are still some little threats. If you can bring the queen in h7, it's mate. But no, I believe that it is almost over, and also in Adriana's game. She's trying to do something, push f5 check, but the king can go in some squares. So also play king queen g5, and after queen d6 check, the king goes in h5, and there are no more checks, and your king is very, very in danger. So if he sees this, it's over. If he sees this, is over. Also, but also doing something like king g7 after queen check, just put the queen here, and he sees it. Maybe he sees. No, he played before queen h5, king h5, because the idea is that if I play queen e2, you just put the king maybe in g5 and that's it. Or maybe he's trying to add 30 seconds, try to do a repetition to do this. I think it's a clever idea by her opponent. He played well. He playing very well, Adriana's opponent, in the first phase, but then he missed something that I will repeat at the end of the lives to summary all the 3 games. So yeah, I would like to summary all the games, and also Gabriele is getting very bad in this case, but it's not easy because as black, I clearly want to be black. Black is winning, but I'm very, very scared because if you play queen h5, I play queen to h6. Now, there are no perpetuals, but it's risky. It's risky. I don't want to risk, and with 1 minute, the possibility to make some fatal mistakes that could cost the game. I draw this. I would not. I'm gonna be happy at all. But the goal here is to, just to try to don't lose pawns. Just playing b6, a5, try to push there, and to avoid everything, to avoid all of the everything. But yeah, let's go back just a second to Adriana, because there is this. Okay, she's trying to do some checks, but that's not great. There is not still an easy winning for black, but there will be somewhere, after queen e3, queen g5. But also here, as black, you are winning, but you are scared to throw it away in a bad manner. And I have experience in this, so I know how it feels to be scared in this game. So it is winning, but yeah, it's still difficult. You have to still to work a bit. You have to work with, and I hope they finish shortly. Just to have some rest before the second round. Okay. In fact, Gabriele resigns. Unfortunately, Gabriele has resigned because the position is losing. It is hopeless, this position. The last moves were this after this b5 takes queen e5. The idea is to take also this pawn, and it's useless to continue this game. So yeah. Unfortunately, Gabriele lost this game. It's a pity. It's a pity a lot, because that was not a brilliant game played by him. I mean, this setup, but I will resume at the end of the video, so at the live. So that's not a great game. We got scared at the moment, at the beginning. So a bit unfortunate because it could have defended well, but when you are defending, it's not easy to understand how to continue, and yeah, it happened this. Yeah, Queen H2. Okay, and that now is losing, but please, could you put that child in the apart? He covers all the game, so I would like to see the game, how is the action going. Okay, rook h4. The problem is that Ariana's opponent has to deal with some checks, and he doesn't know how to continue. It's not easy. That's not easy because that pawn is a bit annoying. But yeah, after queen g5, he has to do queen g5. In a certain moment, he has to do queen c5, and after this, king h5, and there are no more checks. If he can't figure out this, that's it. But okay, king h5, and there is still isn't that a double repetition about that after king h5? Isn't a repetition this? Not triple, but just twice. If Ariana can survive in this. Okay, bishop c. Oh no, he pushing h3. Okay, that's not a repetition, but yeah. Ariana is trying to survive, but yeah. Okay, queen a1 check. Okay, interesting as a move. But the king goes up, and now your queen has to go away. Oh, no, I can't believe it. No, we missed this. He missed that mate. This king is trapped. No. I think it's the only move that loses. Whoa, Diana saw this, probably she said he does this, I play this. Whoa, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. What a turnaround again. What a turnaround. Whoa. G4, and now it's losing. I cannot believe it. I can't believe this. After queen e2, this is losing. Queen e2, that's it. I take this, I trade everything, and I go into a pawn endgame, pawn race, and I won. Winning. Queen e2, and that's it. That's it. Whoa. I can't believe this. What a turnaround again. The pawn endgame is lost. After, if we play this is losing, because I take this, you take this, I take, you take the king, and my pawn goes away. And if you push, my king stops your pawn. And that's it. And in fact, he does this. Whoa. That's a pawn endgame. That's losing. Diana won this, managed to win this game. Wow. In fact, if you see opponent, he's thinking what I did again. He takes, but yeah. That's the last one. That's the last one, losing one. Whoa. I feel very, very bad for Diana's opponent, because he managed to play this game very well at the first time, but then in the complications he fell away. Whoa. Very, very sorry. And in fact, as I said before, you are very scared to throw it away, and that is. He threw completely away. But Diana had two times to win, and she did very well, let's say, because she played well, as she can, to resilience to try to fight over difficulties. And now, well, that's amazing. Basically amazing. King there, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Wow. What a comeback from Adriana. And he resigns because that position is hopeless. Whoa. In fact, if you watch Lucas' face in the second screen, the first screen, he went, he knew he was not very comfortable in the position. He said, "Whoa!" He won. Whoa! What a game! Adriana played an outstanding game. Outstanding, not in quality, precision, but in terms of things you have to do in a game when you know you are losing. She played well. She played well in this case because yeah. So in fact, we say Luca is stopping everything. Okay, so we can switch off the camera there. So okay, just do a little short recap of all of games. Let's start from Luca. That is the first one that ended in a draw, in a very fast draw, let's say, because after it started in not a very good way, because after knight f6 takes e4, knight f6. This is good for white. He has the center, and it's not very comfortable for black. But he managed in a certain way to survive after a good move that is a6 that avoids annoying checks in b5. And after knight takes, queen b6, not good move because you put your queen into the right threat of the bishop. But after this a3. Queen e6, here the best move was playing a pawn to f4 to try to grab some space, but he traded queens and entered in this endgame, and they drew soon because it was, after bishop takes e4, the material is even, but there are some chances for white, but it's still okay. For white is, maybe he wanted to, it was okay for a draw, so certainly for me, for Luca, who is slightly worse, is okay. Material was balanced, but black was still slightly worse because this knight is very active, can go there, so it's okay for black to draw. And in fact, I think I agree with Luca's decision to try to stop the game and say, okay, let's do this. Let's go to Gabriele's resume. After knight f3, a6, he started as a rarity, and we went in a stonewall, some Catalan setup with fianchetto, and he started as a good way for white under control, but slipped away very soon because he played king h1. That is not a good move because allows black to justify rook f6, rook h6, and now the rook is threatening the king right in the middle, and is still not losing, but it's difficult for white because he has attacked there. Knight f6 is a mistake because you want to trade this knight. It seems strange that you want to trade this knight and remain with this bishop. This is very useless, but you can put this bishop there, and it's very difficult how to figure out to escape with white. So there are some misses because there are some wrong plans, but don't worry. They played quite well in this situation because they were short on time also, and I think that until there it is a good game at the moment without a lot of mistakes. But yeah, after this there was knight takes d6. That is a bit dubious because this knight is very, very strong, avoids a lot of things, and okay, the bishop can go there, but I believe that this knight was better keeping there. But I'm not here, I'm not there, I just commenting with my I don't know how to say, in Italian is copertina, because it's very cold and see the engine, so it's very easy to say, but it's not very, I'm not very comfortable in this position because there could be g5 and something like that, and after some moves black put pressure in Gabriele's game, and after g5 takes f4 to try to break the center, try to open the position, and now after a few moves Gabriele tried to escape, but there wasn't a chance to escape, because after king there, knight f5, the pawn to e3 is hanging, and after this he basically is winning after queen h6 to try to attack also this bishop, and it's very difficult to find a way for white to survive. But after knight takes e3, he throws away the victory, because after this they just trade a couple of pawns, and it's still better for black, because he is more active pieces, but still not easy to find the way to win. He tried to find this, but there are some perpetual chances, but he missed a bit after rook this. Probably he forgot that there is this pawn hanging. Maybe he thought it was this, but I think there is some mate threats, so he cannot do this. And after rook e8, that is losing one, because after this there are no more useful checks. After queen b1, I just put my rook in d3, and I am pawn up, and your king now is very weak. So it is not very easy. In fact, he tried to do king h8, rook h8, sorry, to try to take back the rook, but you have pawn up, you have pawn down, and that is not easy, because there are no perpetual for white, no perpetual at all. Black played quite well in this position, and there are no more checks. After this, you can go the queen with the queen there, but just at a certain point I put the queen back, and that's it. So after a couple of moves, Gabriele unfortunately resigned, because after this, that's it. And go back to the last game, that is Diana's game. Just to resume this, that was a complete mess. He started as a delayed Alapin in this game, and that is wow. It is basically wow, because he started this. She could have played the Benoni with d5, but she played knight c3 to try to avoid some similar positions. That is understandable, because there are some annoying positions, but after knight before this, she left a pawn, she has a pawn down, she left another pawn with the idea to do queen e1, and to try to get an initiative, and try to seize the initiative, and it was quite good, but her opponent didn't fall in this. Knight b6, queen b6, knight c6, not a great idea. I think it's okay, but not the best idea, because I think it was better to take this pawn. But after knight e6, took this, queen takes, and now black, Ariana is a pawn down, because this pawn she didn't manage to recover, but she still has this to try to fight for something. She played the move after, and after bishop f5, that is a mistake. He could have done the best move could have been probably h6 to avoid the bishop to go to g5, but bishop 5, this, queen b6, queen e7, king, bishop e7, try to figure it out this, but Adriano's opponent gave a pawn up, gave a exchange after d3. He has a pawn up and gave an exchange, because this bishop pair is basically powerful. After rook takes, this bishop pair is powerful. The attack is very, very amazing, and in fact it's very, very annoying for Adriano. It's very bad, it's very messy, this position, and after 95 the position is simply lost after queen c7. But Diana had a good plan. If he doesn't do this, he in fact queen to d4, that is knight takes f7, and that is a very, very important move, because he cannot take, because there is queen e8 and this mate in 3. After bishop there, queen there, this, and queen g8 is checkmate in 1. So it's very well. It basically, when I saw it, I said wow. And I think that is a plan after 95. That was this, and in fact now the position is winning, but it's very difficult, because you have an exchange up, but you have to say that it's not so easy, and also with 2 minutes for her it's very, very difficult how to figure out the win. She said, okay, I take the bishop pair. That's not the best plan, but still a good plan, because you take the bishop pair and you are still exchange up, but after this h5, rook c4. There's now some bel po, a lot of missing moves because they have 1 minute and that's very complicated position. And Adriana made a fatal mistake that is g3 that could have cost all the game. After rook takes, king f1, rook takes, she lost 2 pawns in this way. And after queen e4, she still managed to survive in certain way. I don't know how she managed to survive because it's very, very difficult. And after this check, a couple of checks, try to gain some time because they both have 1 minute, bishop there, knight 92. The idea is to try to the checkmate there. So after this Adriana has now, and it is even material, but Claudio, her opponent, has 1 pawn up, and it's very difficult how to continue because he's attacking. There are a lot of threats in this in f2 point, so it's very difficult. But after bishop b2, it's a miss. That's a mistake and a miss by Adriana because the right move there was queen a2 to win the game, but it's not easy because you have to see the plan. It is rook b8, rook takes b7, and that's not easy. Bishop e4, and now we have a losing position because now after this she has to deal to this, and now you will see how Adriana won this game with exchange down, and this is basically amazing. Queen e2, b6, that's the losing one because it's just losing, but she had a good strategy. Try to put the pawn to try to avoid the king to go there and try to escape, and this pawn is very, very pain in the ass. So absolutely, I don't know if I can say bad words, so it's a pain in the ass, absolutely. So I don't know, sorry if I said bad words, but sorry. King h5, check this. Adriana now is looking for some perpetual because she knows she's losing, but she's still fighting for it. She's fighting because there's perpetuals, and the best move here to try to do something was to do this. And after queen d6, there is king h5, and there are no more checks, and now you will win shortly. So the best way is this, but with 45 seconds is not very easy at all. And after this, queen c2, the idea is to do this. Bishop d1, check, and the king has no squares, and you have just to do something like this and to avoid the check and try to take this pawn. But Adriana's opponent played this. That is the losing one because after bishop d1 check, the king has no safe squares, and he has to do bishop g4, rook g4, sorry. And after queen e2, now is losing because now the rook is hanging. There are no chances to do something. He played the only one move to try to do something was this, and because after h2 you have to try to do something, but it's still losing because you cannot do this because the rook is pinned. So it's basically over, and also the pawn endgame that they played is over because after queen takes just simplifies everything. Kings attack the pawn, but I push the pawn, and after you push the pawn, I just stop it, and your king is out of the square, pawn square, and that's it. That's over. So after f6, king g3, king g1, and opponent of Adriana resigned, and that's amazing because Adriana could have been was amazing to come back after two mistakes, 2 errors. She came back again, and that was a very, very good game for her because I just appreciate it because you see what you have to do when you are losing. It can happen everything when you're doing a bad game. It happens to everyone, but playing this way is what you want to do. This is what you want to do, and for sure it's what everyone wants. You have to understand you have to see what happens in this game. That's very, very good. So at the moment I get some rest, and let's see in some minutes, I don't know how many minutes, but I end the live. I will recommence another one when we will start the second round, and at the moment I thank you for following this round. It was amazing. Thank you for everyone, and let's see in 10 minutes maybe. So hi. Hi everyone, and hello. I just 1 second, I don't quit live because I think I will remain because you know, I think it's better if I remain, but just a second. Okay, no, I have to stop the live. So they suggested me to stop the live. So okay, so yeah, let's see in a few minutes.